to an old guy playing games run through Dragon Age Veilguard. Whether you're new here or a return visitor, feel free to leave a comment below, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe so you get notified of future stuff. Let's get on with the game. So last time we started out by heading to the necropolis with Emmerich, where he completed his rite of becoming a lich. So we now have a lich as one of our companions. Kind of a entertaining meeting with the team, since they all seem to know about it in advance, because apparently Harding can't keep a secret, which would be a little surprising for an Inquisition scout. But anyways, we then decided to head out on trying to get another one of Solas's regrets completed. We stopped by that little tree right as we go into the crossroads and overheard the Ebeneris discussing. They seem to be a little troubled by some dreams they were having. I'm having trouble reading a whole lot into the details of what happened there. So we then proceeded through the crossroads to the gate that we found in question, which gave us then the routing to travel to go up to the gate champion that was in Docktown. We went to Docktown, tried to find one of the things from the Fenharel statues, but somehow I cannot seem to find that one. I hope they're not making me look for ones I've already found. That would be really irritating. But we defeated that champion, went back, opened the gate, fought a bunch of Venatori of varying calibers, and eventually reclaimed his memory fragment, which we took back to the lighthouse. And the memory revealed seems to be that Solas was the one who actually created the dagger that the Ebeneris used to separate the Titans from their dreams, to end the war between the Ebeneris and the Titans, which is responsible for, in fact, let's say the dwarves have no dream. The dwarves don't dream, some of those kind of things, and the issues around that, and the Titans kind of fighting back now. So the team had a discussion about the implications of that, checked in with the team, got a number of various things, and my usual wrap up. So I think what we're going to do this time is try to hunt down that last regret. There should be one more out there, and assuming that doesn't take too long, we may then try to go after the blighted dragon that's part of the Blight in the Crossroads thing. Hopefully that'll finish that up. So if I'm going after dragon, I'm probably going to take Tosh. Haven't decided who else to take. Might be interesting to take Emmerich out. Although I took Emmerich out on that last one. Even if I take Neb, I don't have a specific healing person, which could be very important here. So I think it's going to be Balara and Tosh. Probably won't be any more Ebeneris talk at the tree there, but we'll stop by just to verify. And then I'll probably fast travel out towards wherever the indicator there is taking us. Yep, nothing more from the Ebeneris. Okay. From Elgranon and Gillinane. Well, that's an interesting place for that to be sitting. That must come off of this island. I've discovered that one, so we will go this one.
Hey, Balara. You okay? You look sad.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about my brother.
Yeah. Sometimes I see...
Oh! Is it time? Oh my God!
They're at range. Laura, nice!
Hitting us from range.
Enemies at range. Get out of the way. Oh, run. Proud of you. Gonna be taking fire.
Okay,
Good work, everyone.
that direction.
We had a thing. Yeah. Sometimes I see stuff that reminds me of my mother.
What do you do? When it hits you, I mean.
I don't know. I ask someone how they're doing. But I'm thinking about them and not me.
Oh. I'm sorry, Tosh.
Nah. It's a good hurt. Mostly.
Interesting perspective.
I sense a way through, Dweller. Find that which seals the path.
Oh, there we go. Arlathan Forest. Through the winding paths of Arlathan Forest.
Trouble coming.
Earn your pay! Attack!
Good work, everyone! Sometimes, when I can't stop thinking about Cyrian, I like to remember something nice about him. Or funny. So, could you tell me something funny about Shathan?
She hated apples.
Apples?
Skin always got caught in her teeth. She'd spend all day trying to get it out. Avatosh, this fruit is stupid.
Cyrian hated spiders. I mean, more than most people do. Climbed a tree to get away from a big one once.
Yeah? What was I saying?
Well, the nest was up that tree, away from a spider, into more spiders. He refused to leave camp for a week.
Nice. And thanks.
Back at you.
Wait for nightfall. Oh, this is probably for the funeral, right? I'd forgotten that would be along here somewhere.
We offer this form to the sky, the sea, and the earth. Thanks, Rook, for coming. I don't think I could have done this alone.
No one should have to deal with this sort of thing alone.
I guess I'm still not used to it. Having someone in my life like you, it's nice. Especially now, it doesn't make it hurt less, but it makes me feel like I can deal with the hurt. You know? Anyways, we need to light 3 more braziers. Each one represents an aspect of the self. It's been this way for centuries. It's part of who the Dalish are. Maybe the archive could have told me why before I freed it, but it's what I know and what I want.
I know it's hard, but you can do this.
I already buried him once. At least this time, it's for real. Let's head to the first brazier. Okay, the first brazier should be ahead somewhere.
How far?
However far it needs to be, I guess. I wonder what we lost. By freeing the archive, I mean.
Besides an opportunity to be called witless fool a dozen times a day?
Definitely not gonna miss that.
Belara,
Hey, Irilyn.
look, if you need to talk, let me know. It's great to see how happy Rook makes you. Just, you know, if you need another friend, I'm here. Anyways, time to light the first brazier.
A third we give to the sky to share your story with the sun and moon. Feel feels a little weird saying that one with everything we know now. It's not the ancient elf's fault that Elgernon is, well, what he is. Did I make the right choice? Freeing the archive? Losing that piece of who we were?
Not every question has a good answer, but who we are is just as important as who we were.
Cyrian didn't want our people to be defined by our struggle. He wanted to go back to who we were before. He said that's when we were ourselves all the way through. But that struggle, it happened. It changed us into who we are now. Just wish it were easier to know. Okay. Next brazier.
It's unusual to see all these obstacles in the way of a funeral. Death's hard to deal with, though, no matter where you come from.
Each obstacle's supposed to represent grief and moving past it, literally. But yeah, it's a little weird, probably. Cyrian would have laughed at it. Okay, on to the next brazier. What they did, the Evanurus, to us, I can never forgive.
With any luck, you can say that right to their faces.
Looking for... Nev, what are you doing here?
What? You know I show up for you, Belle. They'd only let one of us come, though. The rest send their regards, especially Emmerich.
I'm just... Wow. Thank you, Nev. And everyone else.
Hey, as long as I'm around, you've got family. All right, go on and light the brazier.
A third we give to the sea, to share your story with the heart of the world. We always talked about visiting other lands. Cyrian and me, I mean. Does the rest of the world look like Thedas? Shattered by the Evanurus? What would things have been like if they'd never existed?
The past isn't just one thing. It's all the little choices and events that add up.
Who knows what choices we would have made? If they would have been better or worse. But I keep thinking the Elven were the first people the Evanurus enslaved. They broke us and kept us broken. We survived in spite of them, not because of them. But it's still hard knowing what I know. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, one more brazier to go. I'd always get the words wrong. In the rituals, I mean. Cyrian would laugh at me. Well, not in a mean way, and he'd help me. It meant a lot.
So why are there people waiting after the obstacles?
It's a reminder that on the other side of even the hardest days, people are there for you. I like it. It's literal in a really reassuring way.
Yeah, that's a nice thought. I thought Dalish clans planted trees for their funerals.
This is what we've always done, that I remember, anyway. Well, we didn't use ancient magic before. First time I went to a funeral was for my grandmother. I was 7, had to climb through a bunch of fallen trees. By the time I got to the end, I was dirty and tired and sad, but not as sad as I thought I'd be. So I guess it worked. At least a little bit.
Valara, I'm sorry about Cyrian.
Thanks, Strife. I'm glad you're here.
He was one of us, even if he never officially joined.
He died protecting Arlathan, even knowing the cost.
Saving the world. Seems like it might run in the family. Time to light the last brazier.
And a third returns to the soil, to blossom once again into life. And that's it. A Dalish funeral, or one version, at least. It hasn't changed much in centuries, from and to the earth.
I think Cyrian would have appreciated it. There's a reason it stayed constant for so long. The rituals tie us together.
You know, I thought I'd be sadder, but I'm okay, mostly. It hurts, but a little bit less every day. Freeing the archive, was it the right choice? Does it mean Cyrian died for nothing?
Well, you sent Daenerys back to whatever nightmare he came from. That's not nothing.
That's a really good point. He wanted to reclaim our past, find the truth of who we were. He never got that, never found out what he wanted. But he did the right thing. And I got to say goodbye. That's worth something, right? Now I have to live my life for him, for me, and for our people.
That's all any of us can do. Just keep living and putting one foot in front of the other.
It's just hard. Sometimes. Harder than it should be. We'll figure out who we were, who we are. Then we'll do it the right way. It's time we let the ghosts of the past rest. I hope you've found peace and that we'll meet again. Goodbye, Cyrian. I love you.
Lara has performed the final rites. While she will always mourn him, her spirit is at peace. Now, back to what we really came here for.
Pit of Darkspawn. Let's clear him out.
Careful ahead.
trying to get clear. You guys do something about that thing?
Take care of it. Everybody good?
Ah, and that was just the preliminaries. Let the fun commence.
Watch ahead.
I'm on fire. And I blocked somebody for a change. Twice.
Nice one, Todd. No sweat.
Clearing the way, one champion at a time.
That's the last of them.
Better get this where it's needed. I wonder where the chest is that I am not finding. It could be in there. Okay, so it goes back through there, that goes into there.
Okay. Let's see where things go. Stupid. Ah. So there can be a too far to jump down. Well, it wasn't a chest. There we go. Unique longbow. Your regeneration really slow. Wow. Yeah, that's what I thought I was going to put in place. Okay, so back to the crossroads to actually get the regret. Can we not activate that beacon while we're there? Great. So we get to walk the long way again. Which will give us at least one fight.
About to get fun.
Not that it's a hard fight for me.
Good work, everyone.
What about elven traps that summon spirits to attack you?
In ruins? Well, it depends on the spirits. Sometimes energy from malfunctioning enchantments damages the veil and draws demons through.
Really?
Ranged incoming.
Watch for incoming! Right. Where were we?
Sometimes energy from malfunctioning enchantments damages the veil and draws demons through.
Really? Ugh.
Why? Ugh. I know it's disappointing, but runes and enchantments degrade over time. The elves did their best.
It's not that. It's... Ugh. I thought it was a puzzle. I thought the elves left the traps to test us, so only the best people could get their stuff. But it's just broken down magic.
Well, the randomly placed spinning blades? Those are absolutely traps.
Okay. That's something.
Here we go.
Look at that. The elven parts of these ruins aren't just bits from the Fade. We actually lived here.
Don't know which way to go first, so we'll pick this way. I wonder if both ways would get there eventually. Yeah, there's no way to connect that. There's not much of a way to connect that to that either, so I have a feeling we gotta go back this way and do something. Uh-oh. Puzzle time. thought maybe pointing it at that would make a difference, but I guess not. Okay, it's gonna be a mix of them. The empty forest. This place used to be full of spirits who flocked to Solas' cause. When his ritual went wrong, when everything went wrong, he vanished and the spirits stopped coming. Where are you, my friend? You stopped the Aviduris, but broke the world. Please tell me you didn't need me to fix all this alone. For the sign.
It's another of those statuettes. The memory fragment.
Antaam left it alone. Huh.
I am suspicious.
Ambush!
Antaam, assholes!
Ranged incoming.
What'd I tell you? Trap. Statue wasn't even real.
You're right, Tosh. But if the fade is mostly reflections of something else, the real one could be close.
Irritated I've been running back and forth between those two statues, trying different sizes and settings. Well, that one I did not leave pointing towards the thing. Let's try that, and then that doesn't work. There should be a clue somewhere, shouldn't there? Pretty certain if I jump there, I'm not going to get anywhere. What are my options? Well, Mr. Wolf.
And another Fenharel altar.
Of course, he's going to point that way. Are there any hits? Forest in this case will take a lot of time. And number 4, well, number 4 I'm not allowed to interact with. Interesting. Nor number 5, but notice they're pointed at each other. Well, some fireballs or the Antaam firing a cannon from it. Gotcha. Well, making that bridge made that bridge too. Let's go deal with some Antaam.
Trouble coming our way.
Break through! The Antaam are trying to cut us off.
We must be doing something right.
Out there like that.
Ready for a follow-up.
Let's see if it burns.
Made one over here too. Okay.
There. I'd say that's where we're headed.
Trouble coming. End it now.
They've got us at range. Taking fire. They've got us at range. For sure. Finish them off.
We're getting good at this.
You can tell this statuette is the real thing, a memory fragment, and not just because it was very well guarded.
Well, back to the lighthouse. What's my regret have to do with the veil? Can't really make it have to do with the Inquisitor because, you know, might have had an Inquisitor that didn't have a relationship with him, so. Mythal.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god, the strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanurus will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Solas killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solas woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
Every big mistake Solas made is tied to Mythal. He sacrificed his life as a spirit to join her.
He sacrificed his morals when he created the dagger to stop the Titans.
When the other gods struck her down, he destroyed the Elven Empire to avenge her.
Then he wakes up in this world, where everything's gone but his mistakes. And there she is, alive.
And after all he's done, she sides against him again.
All these mistakes are his fault. And hers too. If she won't help him fix the world, of course he has to kill her.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgar'nan is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solas thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
Solas has caused a lot of damage, but he's not like Elgar'nan, trying to wreck the world to rule it. He's trying to repair the damage he caused, and he knows he made mistakes. There might be hope for him.
You don't think he'll turn on us?
No, he's totally gonna turn on us. I mean, after that.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Haven't taken either of them out in a while, and meeting Morrigan. Figured Harding's not a bad choice. Or a bad choice, one of the others.
Well met, Rook.
how did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solas and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solas spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait, how do you know exactly what we saw of Solas's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
If I knew, I wouldn't be here asking you.
You are not a fool, Rook. Do not play at it. You observed that the first elves were spirits, did you not? Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again she was struck down, on this occasion by Solas. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
Assuming you are who you say you are, how much is a fourth elven god gonna complicate things?
Only as much as you may allow.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillinan can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
You would have met Solas in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solas a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
The fall of our civilization, the wars, everything elves went through. Where was Mythal for us then?
After the god's betrayal, she was a shadow of her former self, bereft of her power, slowly regaining her strength over the centuries. So she aided the elves as she could, speaking in dreams and offering counsel that ended blights and prevented wars.
At least now we know. So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
I don't think I'd recover from that.
Neither did I, at the start. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solas?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solas?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solas?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solas better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solas and Mythal? I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Solas talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices, but it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solas your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solas was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, maybe at least what we deserve.
Yeah.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solas recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mythal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dothaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
You make it sound like this piece of Mythal is going to attack me.
You know Solas and have seen Elganon and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
There is one more thing, if I may. Something whispered not by myself, but Mythal. The elves have learned many of the glories and horrors of ancient Elvenon. Yet your people live in this world now as the old elves never could. Know it as they could not. There is your strength. 'Tis why you shall surpass what came before one day.
Did Mythal see this? Is it a prediction?
A hope from a mother to her distant children, no less beloved than any before them.
Well, I think we will end it here for today, this session. We went off to the Arlathan Forest, and we had Cyrian's funeral, where we learned a bit about how the elves deal with such things, I guess. You know, how they relate to the various aspects of the world. Then we worked on actually dealing with the gate guardian for the last, the gate champion, and then the guardian for the final of Solas's regrets, which has to do with Mythal, and having to kill Mythal, and the damage he's going to do to make things right for before. This led to a conversation with Morrigan, or Mythal, depending on how you want to look at that. Yeah, it looks like we have an option to go talk to a different aspect of Mythal, which, well, we'll decide next time what comes next. Hope you enjoyed this session. Until next time, have a good one. Hi, thanks for joining my playthrough on Dragon Age the Veilguard. Please feel free to leave a comment below. If you liked it and want some more like this, please hit the thumbs up button down below, subscribe, and have a good one.